What is up, my crypto legends? In today's episode, we are talking about the Ethereum US dollar pair here, and we need to get above the $1,700 range. If we get above this area, this huge resistance, we are going to meet the $2,000 area in the potential next few days. Also, we're checking out the BTC US dollar pair. We haven't finished forming this inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern, but we are forming an ascending triangle, and we are potentially going to break out before the 11th of March, and I'm going to show you my targets today. And if you're interested in trading, make sure to check out the PrimeXbt leverage trading platform. You can trade up to 50 assets. You can trade crude oil, Dow Jones, Ethereum, BTC US dollar. So make sure to check it out. I've got a link in the description. If you use Bitcoinsensus as promotion code, you'll be getting 50% in addition of what you deposit. You deposit $2,000, you'll be getting $1,000 on top of that to trade with, guys. And also, the US Senate approves $1.9 trillion stimulus plan, and software firm Meet You buys $22 million of Ether and 17.9 million of Bitcoin, guys. If you're getting value out of this content, make sure to smash up the like button. This will extremely help the channel out, and subscribe for current updates. Let's go straight into the content. Hello there, Andy here, and welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus, where you subscribe for the quickest technical analysis and news on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the financial markets. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research. Said this, let's go straight into the charts. Quick update here on the Ethereum US dollar pair, guys. Remember that we did break out from this descending wedge, and this is extremely bullish. Remember that the target is the top of the wedge around the $2,030 area. This is the all-time high, but also we did create this inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern, and we did break out of it. As you can see here, we have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. We broke out of it, and now we're bouncing in between the $1,700 area and the support of this neckline of this inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern. As you can see, the $1,700 area where this green box is major support in the past, and also major resistance here. Once we broke out of it, we did have a nice bounce to the downside. So now we are currently in between the neckline of the inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern and this resistance green box. So it is super important. Once we break out the green box area, this means we are potentially going to come to the $2,000 range. Excellent to place a trade, guys, but we do need to break out the high here from the breakout of this inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern. Once we come and bounce and break the green box area, we get above the $1,700 range with a huge amount of volume. We need to see some good volume coming in. Then this is great to place a trade, potentially to come all the way to the $2,000 range, guys. This will be a fantastic trade to do on Bybit or PrimeXbt. I've got the links below. You can get an excellent bonus if you use one of my links. But the bearish case scenario is that we get back in below this neckline and potentially coming all the way down to retest again the all-time high of 2018, which is around the $1,440 area, guys. So this is what I'm expecting. If we break out this resistance, guys, great to place a trade and go all the way to the $2,000 range. Also, for the BTC US dollar pair here on the 1 hourly, remember we're talking about this huge shoulder, head and shoulder, inverse shoulder, head and shoulder. For this pattern to finish, we need to come all the way to the $52,500 range. And if we break this neckline, guys, it is going to be a huge trade all the way to the $60,000 range. But also, guys, remember this descending megaphone pattern that I was talking in the last few days. We came all the way down and we broke out, and the measured move was getting the thicker bit of the megaphone pattern, and from the breakout we'd come to the $51,000 range. Look at this, we did come in the end to my target. I forgot about this one, and look how we came all the way down and bounced into the support. Can you see? Or the resistance of the megaphone pattern, and straight back up to the target, as you can see here on the chart. We are also creating this uptrend, as you can see, making higher highs right there, and this is huge resistance right there, $52,500 range, 52,000, yeah, 200 more or less. And as you can see, it is creating an ascending triangle, which is extremely bullish. We need to break out before the 11th of March, and the measured move of this breakout of this ascending triangle, if we break to the upside, it would be very similar to the inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern. It is the same target. We'd be getting the lower part here up to the resistance, and from the breakout, if we break from the resistance, the target is the same, and it's about the $60,000 area. Great trading opportunity. If we break the $52,300 range with a huge amount of volume, guys, it is time to place some trades looking for the $60,000 area. Remember, we are in a bull trend. We did break out from this descending wedge, so everything is extremely bullish. If we break to the downside, this descending wedge, we could come all the way down to the $41,000 area, which is this green box, as you can see here on the chart, which was the all-time high of January. As you can see here, this was the peak of January, making an all-time high. We broke the all-time high of 2017. We came all the way up to 42,000 in January, had this huge accumulation phase, broke all-time high, and now we're having this correction. So if we break this ascending triangle to the downside, the measured move would be the all-time high of January here at $42,000. And guys, let's check out the stimulus that is coming. US Senate approves $1.9 trillion stimulus plan. Measure now returns to the House. The Senate passed President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief package on Saturday, a possible positive development for cryptocurrencies. The measure, which was passed by a 50-49 part-line vote, now heads back to the House, which would have to approve Senate changes to package before it can head to the President for signing. The House is expected to take up the measure next week, according to the Wall Street Journal. The legislation would provide $300 in weekly unemployment benefits through early September, send $1,400 payments to some Americans, and direct $350 billion to state and local governments. Why this matters to the crypto world? Well, because the stimulus package would likely be a boost for stock markets. It could also provide a lift in the price of cryptocurrencies, particularly if stimulus check recipients use the money to buy cryptocurrencies. Crypto investors have been betting for months that the flood of government and central bank spending to fight the coronavirus-caused economic slowdown will eventually lead to inflation, which would also be beneficial for Bitcoin. All the stimulus is calling into question the independence of the Federal Reserve, which, to prevent short-term economic ruin, has been basically printing money with abandon, leaving itself to criticism about the mountain of debt these spending sprees are creating. The price of Bitcoin moved back into positive territory after news of the bill's passage broke, quickly rising $500. I do remember that the last time the stimulus package came in the United States, it did have a price impact to the upside for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Let's take a look at this news. Software firm Mitu buys $22 million of Ethereum and $17.9 million in Bitcoin for its treasury. Hong Kong listed Mitu Inc., which makes image and video processing software, said it had purchased $22 million in Ethereum and $19.9 million of Bitcoin, making it the first time a firm has disclosed a major purchase of Ethereum for its treasury. Mitu said it bought 15,000 Ethereum and 379 Bitcoin in open market transactions on March 5th. The purchases were under the terms of previously board-approved cryptocurrency investment plan that allows the company to put up to $100 million of crypto financed by cash reserves other than any remaining proceeds from Mitu's 2016 IPO. While the company said that while buying crypto helps diversify its holdings away from cash, more importantly, the board considers this a demonstration to investors and stakeholders that the group has the vision and determination to embrace technological evolution and hence preparing its foray into the blockchain industry. The company said it's evaluating the feasibility of integrating blockchain tech into its overseas businesses, including launching Ethereum-based dApps. ETH is the native token of the Ethereum blockchain. It's also evaluating potential investment in blockchain-based projects, many of which accept ETH as consideration for investments. So this is absolutely great. Another firm investing in its treasuries, Bitcoin, and also Ethereum. So we can potentially see other firms and institutions adding Ethereum into their treasury, guys. Make sure to check out the Bitcoinsensus website. This is going to be it for today's episode. If you haven't seen the Bitcoinsensus website, make sure to check it out. We've got great tutorials and reviews on how to buy and how to store Bitcoin. We've got the latest news and technical analysis also here on the webpage, so I'll be leaving a link in the description. And if you haven't seen the tutorial of the Bybit leverage trading platform that I did the other day, make sure to check it out. A video popping up on your screen. A massive thank you for tuning in, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.